Good evening, people. Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Sanjeev Bangar. I'm the Regional Manager Marketing of Focus College Canada. Today, I'm live here with Turning Point Studies Consultants to help all the aspirant students know more about study programs being offered by Focus College 𝗙𝗲𝗲, the available intakes, the applications procedure, and how they can get the benefits of our university pathway programs. So we will just be waiting for few more viewers to join us so that we can start and more people can be benefited by this live session. Thank you very much, Mr. Naresh Bharti and the team at Turning Point for always being a support to us and today providing this opportunity again to us to be live here with the prospect students who are looking forward to know more about study in Canada and specifically if I be like what are the benefits of studying at Focus College Canada. Perfect. I'll just start. And anyone who has a question, you're requested to leave that in the comment box so that we can take those up once the session is complete. People, thank you very much again. A very good evening from Focus College. My name is Sanjeev Bangar. I'm the Regional Manager of Marketing here with Focus College. And we are located in British Columbia, Canada. So I'll actually help you know a little more about us. We started in 1992 with our first campus in 𝗙𝗲𝗲𝗏 in the very lovely Okanagan Valley in British Columbia. And then by all the success that we achieved on the way, we opened another campus in Surrey. And today we are in the 28th year of success and we are operating both our campuses. One in 𝗙𝗲𝗏𝗏, the other is in Surrey. Both are in British Columbia itself. So Focus College is a body authorized by SQA and EQA in British Columbia. So we are the pioneer of the Scottish Qualification Authority certification and EQA, the Education Quality Assurance Body of British Columbia. We are offering university pathway programs. So the students who are completing the advanced diploma programs with us have an opportunity to pursue further for their university graduation with all the credit points being transferred into their account and they move ahead with a progression of their study into the coming years only. So to go ahead, let me just help you understand how this works. We are partnered with 75 universities globally, and our partnership that is spread across Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and South Korea. So we actually have these 7 countries here on board with us, and there are 75 universities across these. Talking about Canada specifically, as we are doing this, and we all know the students here in our country, those are looking forward to study in Canada, basically want to stay in Canada itself. So we have 7 universities on board with us when I'm talking about pathway programs in Canada. So starting from the University of Fraser Valley, the Royal Roads University, University Canada West, University of Prince Edward Island, University of Vancouver Island, Trinity Western University, Thompson Rivers University are the 7 universities on board with us. Now, we at Focus College offer you advanced diploma in business studies and computing, which is specifically for software development and travel and tourism. So you have 3 subjects to study there for advanced diploma program and take a progression into university degree. So these are 75 universities where you already have a designated path. Apart from these as well, if you want to move ahead with any other option, you're most welcome to do that as well. There is no such foundation that you cannot take a migration to any other place, or basically a progression of your study at any other university. But here with these 75, your route is already very much justified. So for an example, when we talk about our business program, we have our settlements with the University of Fraser Valley, and there they operate for 2 courses. One is BIS, that is Bachelor's in Integrated Studies, where you get all your 60 credits transferred for first 2 years and you start from the fifth semester. At the same time, when we are talking about their other program in business, which is BBA, Bachelor's in Business Administration, you get entry with 43 credits into the fifth semester. So this way, the course that you have already started, the curriculum that you have already completed, defines how many credits are being transferred based on the curriculum that is yet to be studied in the next studies. So similarly, if someone who has completed, let's say, a diploma in travel and tourism later looks for a business program, that will not be possible. So it has to be, if someone has studied computing, they must go for IT only. Someone who has done travel and tourism, they must go for graduation in travel and tourism only. So this way, the entire pathway program things would work. Apart from these, we are also offering you an advanced diploma, postgraduate diploma in information technology, which is advanced security specialist. A very prominent and popular course nowadays because cybersecurity courses they have taken a boom and are among the most demanded ones now. So here you will complete a 2-year diploma program with us, and there onwards you can take a progression into your degree program for 1 year or 2 year, depending on your own suitability and the curriculum covered. Talking about the admissions criteria at Focus College Canada. So here you will be getting admissions if you have got 50% marks in your academics in class 12. You can pursue advanced diploma program with us. If you have got 50% marks in graduation, you're most welcome to join us for our postgraduate diploma in information technology. Just remember, for information technology, the students with a background of computer sciences studies in bachelor's will always be recommended because it is easier for them to cope up with the further curriculum. Now talking about the IELTS and PTE acceptability with us. So we are taking PTE at 50 overall and IELTS at 6 overall. So here the students who might be thinking about SDS or non-SDS entries here at Canada. So I'll just help you understand. SDS, student direct stream, and non-SDS, these two are directly relevant with the student's profile only. So there is no such categorization of colleges in SDS and non-SDS. It's very simple. If you have got your IELTS score at 6 in each module and you're able to pay your complete tuition fee for 1 year along with the GIC, you can file your visa applications under SDS category. Whereas on the other hand, if your score is 6 overall or maybe 6.5 overall with any module with less than 6 bands, you'll not be able to file under SDS even if you're paying for GIC and first year tuition fee. Your file goes under non-SDS. So just be aware of it is a student's profile that is SDS or non-SDS, not the college. Now talking about your applications process. So the team at Turning Point Studies Consultant will help you file your applications for Focus College. We will issue you the conditional letter of acceptance within 24 hours. As soon as you receive this conditional letter of acceptance, you'll be able to go ahead, submit your fee, pay for GIC, return a signed copy of offer letter along with the student refund policy, which is the student contract as well. Once these documents are received at our end, we will issue the letter of acceptance to you. And with the letter of acceptance, you'll further be able to initiate your application for visa. And Turning Point team will help you. They'll definitely help you ahead in this. And in fact, recently, when we talk about the new developments, those just happened for September intake specifically. So there were a few updates shared by the Canadian government on 14th of July, where they introduced a two-phase process for Canadian study permit for the students aspiring to study there in September 2020. So I would just like to tell you about that. This process where at first you apply for AIP based on the eligibility and admissibility, and there onwards, once VFSs will start working, you have to submit your application along with the medical certificate, You have to give your biometrics and your PCC as well, which is called as Police Clearance Certificate or Police Character Certificate, whatever you understand by that. So this PCC must be obtained from the regional passport office only. So that will help you. That will actually be having a proper record there in the system as well. With this, once VFS starts opening, you submit your file and wait for the approval. As soon as a visa is approved, you will be able to travel to Canada and travel there physically in the classrooms. Those are being operated there. Now, I'll just help people understand, those who have joined us in between. My name is Sanjeev Bangar, and I'm the Regional Manager Marketing for Focus College. We have two campuses in British Columbia, Canada. First in 𝗙𝗲𝗲𝗏, second in 𝗙𝗍, and we are inviting applications for September 2020 intake as well as January 2020. So the students who will be joining us for September 2020 intake, they do not need to pay any application fee. That has been waived for them, and they'll also be getting a laptop if their visa is approved and they are just registering with the college. So as soon as they will be able to travel, as on date they travel and they just register with the college, they will be provided with the laptop that's being offered, that's being promised here for September 2020 intake aspirants. Now, I'll again help you know a little more about our university progression. So as I have said, we have 75 universities on board with us across 7 countries, starting from Canada, moving to the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and South Korea. And we have 7 universities within Canada out of these 75. These are within Canada itself, where we have a University of the Fraser Valley, Royal Roads University, University Canada West, University of Prince Edward Island, University Vancouver Island, Thompson River University, Trinity Western University. So these are the 7 prestigious universities, those we have on board with us, where we have an association where student will be getting a benefit of taking admissions into the next semester directly. So whatever curriculum they have already covered, they will be getting all the credits for the same, and they move ahead into the next semester there. And based on the curriculum studied, obviously, you'll be able to progress further. Now, talking about, I'll just help you understand a little more about why one should pursue graduation instead of very popular 2-year diploma programs. So, in the recent past, we have seen a lot of students who are just waiting for their ITA. So the students who are sitting here in India probably might not be all aware of the process of their visas once they're talking about the residencies later on, after completion of their studies, after taking their PGWP of 3 years, which is available there after 2 years of education as well. So what happens is, once you have completed your 2 years of education, you move ahead with your 3-year postgraduate work permit. You create a profile where you will be waiting for invitation to apply. So that is just a profile where, based on the assessment, you have got some CRS score, which is called as comprehensive ranking score. And based on that, you will be able to just get this residency permit. So that is the ranking system. And recently what we saw was the ranking system that ranged between 450, 455, moved up to 470 as well. Whereas the students who have just completed a diploma, they actually fall short of a decent number of points to reach this point. So they are not actually able to reach here to the threshold that is required for PR all the time. Keeping that in mind, we wanted to promote graduation here because the students who complete 2-year diploma program are awarded 98 points to be considered under their CRS score, whereas the students who are completing graduation will be able to get to this 120 points. So this difference of 22 points cannot be covered by any means in terms of education. But yes, obviously students they look forward to the options of LMIA and other similar things there, which is obviously a very costly option. So when we are talking about similar costings, you will actually be able to afford your another year of education there in Canada, whereas you can earn simultaneously working part-time, and you'll be able to make savings to pay your tuition fee as well. Let me just give you a brief example of this. considering our tuition fee, which is $26,400 roughly for 2 years, whereas you pay close to $15,000 in the first year and remaining 11,500 in the second year. So this way, if we look at the total chart, you pay 26,400 to us. At a public college, generally the costing comes out to be 18 to 19,000 per annum, making it 32, 36, $38,000 for 2 years. Whereas at universities, you spend roughly on an average around 22, $23,000. So this way, if I talk about first 2 years of education with us and later 2 years of education at a university, we are helping you save at least, if I talk about a minimum, that's $18,000 in comparison to what you have paid at a university in the first 2 years itself. Whereas the work rights happens to be the same, you will be able to work 20 hours a week and you'll be able to earn similar amount. So that's why if you see $18,000 is not a small amount that can be saved only just by starting your education at Focus College, and still you will be able to end up at a university itself. One of these 75 universities, actually one of these 7 universities within Canada, where you can start further for your education of your bachelor studies. So this is how Focus College is actually helping students to take care of their future exactly. So it's not like you just complete 2 years of education. We have provided whatever you have been looking for. No, we are actually giving you what you should actually look for. It is not just about a work permit. It is not just about the residence. It is actually about a lifestyle. So when we are talking about here, we are giving you a career. Once you complete your graduation, you will always be having better job options as compared to what you have got if had you been into a diploma education only. And when we are talking about postgraduate work permit, rest assured, every student who is completing their studies at Focus College and taking the entry into university education to complete their bachelor's degree are very much eligible for postgraduate work permit valid for 3 years, which is very fondly also known as PGWP or post-study work. So you have those work rights after your education. You will be able to work for 3 years once you have completed your graduation from one of these 7 partner universities within Canada. And supposedly, someone looks forward to move to maybe United States or maybe the United Kingdom after completion of the first 2 years. Immigration laws of the said countries will be applicable for their postgraduate work permit rights. So it is not like if it's in Canada, like you have to study for another 2 years and you get this. That cannot simply be like just put in there in reference to the United States immigration as well. Whatever immigration laws will be there to the other nation will be applicable. So here, this was what we had to talk about here about Focus College, and I'll just take you through the brief about these two cities. That's 𝗖ญ่and 𝗙𝗿𝗲. 𝗖ญ่, we are very much known about the city because that is very popular among the North Indian students, particularly if you talk. It's a very popular place, a small town, a really, really beautiful town. You have enough of job opportunities there to sustain with your lifestyle. Yes, accommodation and other things, if I talk about, are comparatively slightly expensive, and we can say like expensive up to by 15 to 20% in comparison to 𝗙𝗿𝗲. Whereas 𝗙𝗿𝗲, an upcoming cyber hub, that's being called as a cyber hub there in the Okanagan region. There have been huge movement of IT companies from Surrey, from Vancouver, from Toronto, from Ottawa, and from similar big cities, and from Calgary as well. Those have started moving into 𝗙𝗿𝗲. And 𝗙𝗿𝗲 popularly, basically, that was very well known for the vineyards and the orchards that they had, and also for the manufacturing units. It is also being known for these cyber companies there. Those have reached. So these IT companies, they're actually providing students a lot of options to work part-time, full-time, any type of work that they look forward to. And as students, when we talk about the 3 programs that we are running with us, business, travel and tourism, and information technology, all the 3 domains of education provide you ample of opportunities to work as a part-time worker in 𝗙𝗿𝗲. So students having some kind of background who have an experience of farming can obviously go forward to the orchards and vineyards there. Someone who just wants to stay involved with the office jobs can obviously join the business houses there, which includes the manufacturing units as well, which includes the retail options. Whereas someone who comes from the background of IT or travel and tourism, they do have a lot of these travel houses as well. hotels are there, motels are there, restaurants are there. So everything, every place, they do have a lot of options for these part-time workers there. The students majorly from the international community who are looking forward to work part-time. So you'll have ample of options there when we are talking about the location, specifically when we talk about 𝗙𝗲𝗲𝗏, because that's not the place much talked about here in India. So today, Turning Point team, they provided me this opportunity to come live on their platform, on their FB page, to interact with the students who might be interested and looking forward to know more about the options that they have to study in Canada. And I personally very much recommend people to go for graduation studies. Let it be any place that you're looking forward to study at, but please go for your graduation studies only to have a better career all the time. So here now we are open to take questions, and let's move to the comment box to see people here. Just got Navneet Thakur. Good evening. Thank you, Navneet. Very good evening to you. Janki Ramchandran. Good to see you again, Janki. Mr. Bharti from Lithuania. Very good afternoon, sir. So, talking about the gap, so Navneet just asked about gap year acceptable at Focus College. So we are accepting gap up to 2 years when we are talking about our undergraduate advanced diploma programs, and up to 5 years when we are talking about the programs at post graduation level. Aside this, this is not some ground rule or thumb rule that you have to have this much gap only. If that is more than the mentioned time period, just ensure that you have enough of supporting documents. It must be legit. So supposedly, if after completion of your class 12, you started working and you worked for 4 years, but now you want to pursue your education further, you are very much welcome to join the student community in Canada. No fights at all. It's just that you have to have the legit documents to support your reasons. It cannot be like for 4 years you are working for 1 year, you are spending time here and there for 3 years, and then you prepare some document. No. Please be honest with the documentation so that you can get your study permit and you can actually fulfill your dream of studying in Canada. We have got a question from Susan Gomes. Hi, if an undergraduate student takes a 2-year diploma course, can they work in Canada? Yes, when we talked about this, they do have work rights as a normal part-time student with any institution there, and they will be able to work 20 hours a week part-time. And do they have to take a pathway to university too? So I believe you were talking about PGWP here. Probably I took that wrong. So they will only be able to get a PGWP once they have completed their education at the university. So before completion of a 4-year study program, that's 2 years at Focus College and 2 years at university, they will not be able to get a PGWP. Take up any business course in Focus. See, Susan, changing the stream of studies has been a fashion, to be very honest. If I talk about our student community from India, students who have studied maybe history and geography, they look forward to study business. Students from medical backgrounds, they switch to travel and tourism. So this is not a real problem that science students can take this program or not. The actual concern is how well they be able to cope up with it, because for business studies, to study program in business, you basically need to have some basic understanding of accounting and economics. And I doubt a student who has taken science as a subject before this will actually be able to cope up with it. Besides, as a college, if you're able to justify the reasons and you're able to put that into the statement of purpose, so you're most welcome to join us. We do not really mind. From Navneet, there any scholarship available? So Navneet, unfortunately at this time, we are not offering any scholarships here. Rather, we were able to manage with waiving off the applications fee only for the time. And that is what we have done. So students, they might look forward to some scholarships once they are at a university based on their performances in education. But till the time they are studying at a focus college, unfortunately, there are no scholarships. Viewers, please keep posting questions. You might ask someone that something that someone else might also be thinking of and not writing. So probably one question could help many people. And here I'm available. People who have joined us slightly late, I'll just introduce myself again. My name is Sanjeev Bangar. I'm Regional Manager for Marketing of Focus College, Canada. We operate at two campuses, Kelowna and Surrey, both the campuses in British Columbia, Canada. And we're just looking forward to see some more questions, and then we'll just sum up with our session here. So viewers who have joined us, please take this ahead, keep spreading this live session. Tell people more and more about Focus College, about Turning Point. They are one of the leading consultants in India with their offices spread across North India till South India. In fact, they have team in Tamil Nadu as well that we have heard of. They have offices in Maharashtra, in Haryana and Punjab. So they will be able to help out students from all over here. So Navneet, as of now, there isn't any waiver as such on IELTS. Rather, in fact, if someone is not able to perform IELTS exam, they can take PTE, and we are taking both these scores as eligibility criteria for their English speaking abilities. So either they can submit IELTS score or they can submit PTE score, but one of them is mandatory. As the government of Canada, they have just refused taking ahead with Duolingo as an accepted test for English. So we are not able to take up Duolingo test anymore. But yes, we are very much accepting IELTS and PTE. I believe people have already heard of Focus College a lot, and that's why there are not many questions coming up from the viewers here. So viewers, I would just like to endorse Team Turning Point again. Turning Point Studies Consultant, one of the leading consultants in India. You can get in touch with them for your applications to Focus College, Canada, and any of the campuses that you are looking at. If you're talking about Kelowna or if you're talking about Surrey, you can just get in touch with them, and they'll initiate your applications by taking your passport copy, filling the online application form for you, and you will be able to get your conditional letter of acceptance within 24 hours. Once that's provided to you, we recommend you to submit your tuition fee, pay for your GIC, and submit the signed copies of conditional letter of acceptance along with the student contract that's being provided, so that these things can be taken ahead quickly, and you'll be able to file your visa applications as well at the same moment. A letter of acceptance after receiving these signed documents and tuition fee will be issued to you within 5 working days. So this way, if we talk about within 10 days, you will be able to file your visa application. In fact, within a week. So if you do things quickly, you will also be able to take steps, and you'll be able to file this for September intake itself. As we talked about, so this is a two-phase visa process that has been launched specifically for the aspirants of September intake. And as this is a layman's understanding, when government gets involved into such things, that simply means that there is something big that's coming up. So government itself has taken this step. They came forward and they talked about providing provisional acceptances to students, that is AIP, approval in principle, where students will be able to join their online classes here from their home country itself, and there onwards, once VFS starts working normally, they will be able to initiate their visa application by submitting PCC, biometrics, and medical certificates. Once the visa is approved, they'll be able to go ahead and just attend their physical classes in Canada. So this is how the visa process of our September intake would go, and we do look forward to receive invitations in actually applications from you, and anyone who wants to know more can anytime get in touch with the team Turning Point. If this is a group of friends looking forward to study in Canada, just buzz us up, and I'll be there to help you out in association with the team Turning Point, and will guide you the best way possible here. Now we're talking about the tuition fee deduction amount in case of visa refusal. So in unfortunate cases where after approval of this AIP, which is approval in principle, the stage 1 process, if anyone is refused a visa on stage 2, we will only be deducting 500 Canadian dollars as an administrative charge. That is a cost to us, so we'll only be deducting that. The rest all the amount will be transferred back to the student's account from which he has made this payment, or the details they'll be providing within 15 working days. So there is no financial documents that are required prior to admission offer letter, or prior to LOA, or prior to conditional acceptance. At any point in time, as a college will not be requesting for any financial documents here. We only recommend students to just initiate their applications by submitting their passports, their academics, and their IELTS score to Turning Point team, and there onwards we will take it ahead. So Turning Point team available in Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Punjab, and Haryana will surely be helping you out with applications to Focus College Canada. This for any more questions, you can anytime get in touch with them, or you can just write to them. You can call them up. They'll be more than happy to help you with it. That is a promise that they have given to us. Any student coming to them for Focus will be taken care of very well. Yes, for accommodations, Navneet, we will be able to help you out. There is a separate team that we have kept to help students to manage for their accommodations. But generally in Canada, what we have seen as a culture there for students, because there are a lot of student community from India already. So students, they do not really look forward to any kind of accommodation help from the college. Rather, they manage it on their own. And if I talk about the prices here for accommodation, so when we are talking about the accommodation towards Surrey, you will be able to get that around $300 a month or $350 a month on a shared basis. The same in Kelowna, you'll be able to get around 260 to 280, $300 a month. So this is the difference that you'll be able to see there when you're in Kelowna or when you're in Surrey. That this amount that makes a difference. And with this, I would just like to summarize this entire session here. Thank you very much, viewers. You have been really patient to hear it out. And for any information here onwards related to Focus College Canada, you can always get in touch with the Turning Point Study Consultants team. They actually have dedicated counselors for each nation, and here they do have kept a counselor for Focus College dedicatedly who will be helping out for all the things related to Focus College, let it be the admission process itself or any other information within the region. Thank you very much. Please take care. Stay home. Stay safe. Thank you very much.